May 20th, 1932. On this evening, under a sky of shimmering stars, Amelia Earhart climbed into her bright yellow Lockheed Vega at Harbor Grace, Newfoundland. At precisely 7 p.m., she turned her engine over and lifted off alone, bound for a destiny that would reshape aviation and women's place within it. Departing Harbor Grace, Newfoundland, at exactly 7 o'clock in the evening, Earhart steered her Vogel monoplane into the gathering dusk. She was not the first to cross the Atlantic. Charles Lindbergh's New York-Paris flight in 1927 had blazed the path, but Earhart's voyage would resonate in ways that extended far beyond distance and duration. Amelia Earhart's journey into aviation began not with a heroic solo attempt, but with an enduring determination to challenge societal expectations. After her first flight in 1920, she amassed hours in the cockpit, shattering the notion that the skies were a man's domain. By 1928, her reputation had already soared following a three-person transatlantic flight. Though her role was merely co-pilot and logkeeper, it sparked a national fascination. That 1928 journey offered Earhart her first brush with public adulation. Yet she resisted being labeled a mere novelty, urging the public to see her as a trailblazer for women's capabilities in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Congress, recognizing both her audacity and symbolic importance, would later award her the Distinguished Flying Cross, the first woman ever to receive the honor. For her solo Atlantic flight, Earhart selected the Lockheed Vega, a high-wing monoplane powered by the reliable Pratt & Whitney Wasp engine. But this was no stock model. She outfitted her bright yellow craft with additional fuel tanks, sophisticated navigational instruments, and aerodynamic tweaks to increase stability in storm-tossed skies. Above Newfoundland's coast, Earhart faced the North Atlantic's capricious temperament, dense fog that obliterated the horizon, ice that threatened to cling to her wings, and gale-force winds that could blow her miles off course. With no dependable radio beacons, she relied on celestial navigation, plotting her position by the stars and maintaining an unerring heading through fatigue and isolation. As midnight approached, Earhart encountered her first major obstacle, a curtain of lichen-green aurora borealis swirling overhead, dazzling yet disorienting. She pressed onward, eyes fixed on the stars. Hours later, she battled hypothermia in a cockpit barely heated, muscles aching from constant control column adjustments. At dawn on May 21st, after approximately 13 hours and 2,026 miles of unforgiving ocean, she sighted Ireland's rugged coastline. Her touchdown near Londonderry mirrored Lindbergh's triumph in date and drama, but Earhart insisted her achievement stood on its own merits. In Belfast streets and Dublin squares, thousands gathered to cheer her arrival. American newspapers hailed her as Lady Lindy, a moniker she deflected, reminding the world that she was not repeating history, but forging her own. In speeches and magazine articles that followed, Earhart championed aviation's broader possibilities: international understanding, economic expansion, and the breaking down of barriers in technology and society alike. Her advocacy led to the founding of the 99s in 1929, an international network of female pilots dedicated to mutual support and training. Scholarships, technical programs, and aircrew opportunities would flow from this organization, planting seeds that today flourish in military and commercial aviation. Far from resting on her laurels, Earhart's ambition soared. In 1935, she completed the first solo flight from Honolulu to Oakland, some 2,400 ocean-bound miles that tested both machine and pilot. The Harmon Trophy and a generous prize from Hawaiian businessmen acknowledged her feat, but more enduring was the demonstration that trans-Pacific routes could transform global commerce. On July 2, 1937, nearly 5 years to the day after her Atlantic triumph, Amelia Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan vanished near Howland Island. Their Lockheed Electra, equipped with cutting-edge navigation gear, never reached its destination. Radio transmissions from the Electra grew faint. Reports of low fuel, uncertainty in position, desperate pleas for guidance. Despite extensive search efforts by the U.S. Coast Guard and Navy vessels, no definitive wreckage was ever recovered. The mystery endures, spawning expeditions and theories, yet yielding no final answers. Though her disappearance cast a shadow over her storied career, Earhart's legacy has only flourished. The 99s remain vibrant, mentoring female aviators worldwide. Government scholarships, corporate diversity initiatives, and STEM outreach programs often cite Earhart as their inspiration. Her life exemplifies how individual courage and technical mastery can reshape societal expectations. If her story inspires you to question limits and champion progress, share this video and let her pioneering spirit lift us all toward tomorrow.